And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, thank you for dropping in on us on another Thursday evening on the Now You Know show. It is now my absolute pleasure to bring to you the sexiest granny in the world and my favorite comedian, Queen Silvy herself.
Yeah, I like how you say the sexiest. Oh, yeah.
I almost said sexiest great granny, but we've got to wait a little bit yet.
Yes, mum's the word. I won't
Mum's the word.
I'll celebrate that at another day.
It's coming soon.
Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Yes, I am Queen Silvy here on this terrific Thursday, ready to bring you some super greatness with the Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and this man right here. Smooth Tim, how are you today?
I'm doing terrific on this Thursday evening, Queen, and how are you doing?
Well, as always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious,
Yes.
I suppose. 24/7, 365, Queen Silvy, might I say, and everybody else might say.
What?
It's simply
Amazing.
Yes, you are.
True that I am. Hey, let's keep it real. I am amazing, but you are amazing, Smooth. You know you amazing. But our amazing kings and queens bringing you some encouraging, inspirational, even funny, wonderful segments from the heart just for you.
Got a great lineup tonight. Yes,
Is
we do,
amazing.
indeed.
That's right. As well as some announcements, right?
Announcements. Well, as always, our hearts and prayers are going out to the world, the earthquake victims. And, geez, I see they pulled somebody out of there after, how long is it?
4 days or something
4 or
like
5
that.
days. My God, it's just, they're lucky to be alive.
Blessings, hey.
Anybody's lucky to be alive looking at the devastation that hit that place. So, yeah, our hearts and prayers are going out to that part of the world as well as everywhere else where there's always something going on. And as the Queen always say, faith over fear.
That's right.
Also, let's get on to happier subjects. Take a look at the top of the screen. You're going to see different ways to get a hold of the Queen and myself. More importantly, go to www.thequeensylvyshow.com. Go to the contact tab, scroll on down, and drop us in your email so we can keep in contact with you. You'll know what the heck we're doing and when we're doing it. Maybe we might tell you.
I'll think about it.
But you know what? Because you're worth it. Foxy 5 jewelry, that's right. Fashionable, and nice accessories for you and or that someone special. All that there. But go ahead and get a hold of Monica Wright on Facebook or go to her website at www.foxy5jewelry.com for that sassy, elegant, and affordable jewelry and accessories. It was a tongue tie for a second.
You can handle it.
I can handle it. Also, another way to keep up with the Queen and myself is to go to our YouTube page. Simply, when you go to YouTube, in the search engine there on YouTube, type in The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get the results of all of our shows as well as some other things that the Queen and I are working on. And while you're on that YouTube site, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe.
That's right.
Thank you. How about some analytics from last week? The United States, the United Kingdom, St. Lucia, New Zealand, Jamaica, Canada, Africa, Barbados, the Bahamas, and Australia. Thank you. Folks, for tuning on in.
Yes, indeed, we thank you. In fact, if you're watching this live, I want you to know, Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on archive,
our love is everlasting.
Our love is everlasting. We love and appreciate you on this terrific Thursday, the Now You Know show. Hey, you know, the phone lines are open. You're more than welcome to call and ask Smooth and myself a question. Give some shout-outs, because I am finna give some shout-outs, but you do have time to get some more in. So, in fact, why don't you be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in? Get some of the super greatness we have in store for you. Give you some shout-outs right now to you, Kinsley, Petiniot, Queen Jenna, Follette, Clark, Kennette, Rawls. Shout-out to you. To Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Petiniot, and Joan Mercer. Shout out to you. To Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Tay, Maya, Camille, and Dejour. Shout out to you. As well as my grandsons, my Poobapoos, Omari, Jonathan Jr., and Tyron. Shout out to you. To Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Brianna, Alana, Precious. Shout out to you. Shout out to LP and Cynthia. to Jonathan Easley Sr. and Lee Allen Sr. Hey, shout out to you. To Matt and Tracy and the All American Girls, Kelly and Ryan and the All American Boys, shout out to you. As well as you, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, C. Shorty Franklin, Pamela Anderson, Renita Easley Gold, Rosa, Donna Ferry, and Pam Bailey, my good queens, shout out to you. Diane Pinky Harmon, Sassy Savage, shout out to you. All the way down in Africa, Websterito, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, Princess Aria Lua, and Amy Kanima, shout out to you. From the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek, and my good queens over in the United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross, shout out to you. To Lorenzo Gabaniza, Serious Edition, James, and Audrey, shout out to you, as well as Melody Gorb Dobb, Sandra and Ben Johnson, Miguel Montalban, and my good friend Joe Mass, shout out to you. Hey, 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 hey. If you would love to be shouted out, hey, we'd love to shout you out 3 days a week on every Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. And every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim by simply messaging me your name, contact information to queensylvy@comic.com. Go to the website, thequeensylvyshow.com, or where you're viewing and listening to this, pop it in. My good man, Smooth, will make sure we get things handled and taken care of because we bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, as well as resources. Do check out this resource. And when you get back, hey, when we get back, when you get back, let's get it on with some greatness right here in store for you on the Now You Know Show. Join me every Tuesday for fun and games and play for cash. That's right. Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game is back and you can come aboard and play. It's simple. Just email us your name and contact information and you are in there, baby. Yeah.
You are in there, baby.
Yeah. You know I like saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to tell you where I get it from. But it is what it is. I also like saying, yeah. Get myself, geek myself up because I am geek. This is a fantastic show today. You are so in for a treat. We will be showcasing at the end of the show something very special to me because it's Smooth and myself project we did when we do voiceovers for a couple of projects. Smooth wrote a story, we narrated it, and we added in some pictures to it. It is so fantastic. The title is Oscar. You won't believe the shit Oscar does.
How dare you? That was a nice story that I wrote.
Leave it up
That's a nice bedtime story for the kids.
Yeah, the bedtime story for the kids, and they may have a nightmare.
Awesome.
But you have to tune in to find that out. In the meantime, let's get it on with some greatness here in store for you. Like Pamela Anderson and her segment, most definitely making a difference worldwide in the community in conjunction with the Alzheimer's Association. Sit back, enjoy, take notes, and pass it on to someone else and enjoy. You're not alone. Dementia Talk with Pamela.
Hello, and I hope your day is going well, and I thank you for watching. You're not alone, Dementia Talk with Pamela. Now, I am Pamela Anderson, and I'm a former caregiver for my mom, Michele Boyd, who had dementia. Well, yes, you're invited to the first anniversary of my mom's passing. That's because a year ago to today, my mom lost her 10-year journey traveling through life living with Alzheimer's. Now, this was bittersweet. That's because the first Christmas, Mother's Day, birthdays, and every family outing that we've done with my mom was kind of rough. But thanks to the beautiful memories, the photos, and the videos, my family and my friends, we were still able to keep our traditions and keep my mom spirit alive and celebrated her. Now, for over 30 years, my mom was a nurse, a very beautiful, caring, loving, and a God fearing woman. My mom was faithful to her church, being an active member on the senior usher board. My mom was the founding member and a former officer of the Toledo Council of Black Nurses. That's where she mentored and empowered the next generation of Black nurses in our community. Mama was a woman of style. Mama was elegant and she had grace. She gave generously from her heart. My mom was Caregiver of the Year. And her loving spirit was very infectious. Her joy for life is deeply missed in our family. My mom was a party girl, and she would often love to hang out. So meet my mama's squad. My mother was never alone. Mama loved a good birthday party. And Christmas was always epic. She enjoyed going to the Christmas musicals at Central High School where her grandsons proudly performed. And she was also proud and honored to be a part of her granddaughter's wedding. Mama enjoyed the great outdoors. That included going to the Lucas County State Fair and walking to end Alzheimer's with her family. Mama loved Halloween. She enjoyed going trick-or-treating in reverse. And like I said, Mother's Day, it kind of sucked. Enough said. I thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my mom's tribute. My mom was Michele Boyd, and she did pass from dementia. I love you, Mom. Rest peacefully in heaven, and enjoy your day. Now, if you join me next week, I'll talk more about Purple Sunday. So tune in. Now, this is Pamela Anderson, and I am here for you, and I can be reached on my Facebook support group page. You're not alone. Dementia Talk with Pamela, and I want you to remember that you are not alone.
Yes, yes, you are not alone.
We miss your mom too, Pamela.
Yes, our hearts and prayers go out for you and your family. Hold strong, Queen Warrior. May she rest in peace. She was a good woman indeed. Indeed. Hey, listen, follow Pamela Anderson and do go and join the Facebook group page. You're Not Alone, Dementia Talk with Pamela. Spread the word. Tune in next week so for the more greatness from Pam and You're Not Alone, Dementia Talk with Pam. You know, this next segment, it usually makes me hungry or it warrants me to not go and eat that. We're going to find out this week what LP, who goes around the United States, tries out fast foods. Recommendations are always sent in, and we appreciate that indeed on different things for him to try out. He lets me watch him eat it. Then he rates it, and you be the judge yourself. This week, Smooth, where is he?
I believe he is at KFC trying a new KFC wrap.
Well, let's check it out.
See what kind of wraps they got. KFC is always coming up with something new.
Yeah,
So
I haven't been to KFC and I don't know when, but let's see if this makes me want to go check it out. Enjoying LP Flavor Review right here on the Now You Know Show.
2 wraps for $5. What is they talking about? Oh, they got wraps. They came back out with the Zinger wraps. Interesting. You know, I was driving past and I seen that they had a sign that said 2 wraps for $5. Now, I know KFC ain't got no wraps. It's been a long time since they had the Zinger wraps, the long zingers with the lettuce and tomatoes and all that shit they used to have on it. I know they ain't have that. So they got 2 wraps. They had pickles on them, and you know I took them off. But they got that Zinger sauce, I believe, on them. I actually don't know what's all on these. It's fairly new to me. So we gonna learn and find out together. But they got a spicy version, and they got a classic version. You know, this is how they come wrapped up. The nice little kernel on them, and you know, most likely it's a chicken strip. Okay. The lady was telling me that the classic is different from the spicy. The spicy comes with a coleslaw on it, as it should. But this looks like, yeah, 2 for $5. Yeah. It just has, let's see what's on this thing. It's just mayo, I take it, and chicken. Interesting. Where's the lettuce and tomatoes? This is like a Chicken Little, but wrapped in a tortilla. Spicy one looks a little messy, so let's get a shield on it. But this one's in a tortilla. It has the coleslaw with the spicy sauce and the wrap, you know. So this one looks a little messy. This is spicy. And you know, KFC is goated with their coleslaw. It's not bad. I'm kind of disappointed because I thought I was going to have the lettuce and tomatoes like the original Zinger used to have, with the spicy sauce, the lettuce, tomatoes. That used to turn it out. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, this is some bullshit. You know, it's just a Chicken Little and a tortilla. There's nothing interesting about it, nothing that surprises you. And the regular one is no toppings, it's just mayo and chicken. Not even no cheese. This one is just, the spicy one is just, it's good. And the thing that turns it out is the coleslaw. You know, the chicken is okay. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I give they 2 new wraps, because they don't even have a name, just wraps. I give them a good 3.5, man. Thank you for tuning in to LPs Flavor Review. Like and subscribe, and let me know what to smash next, yo.
Well, now.
Wow, listen. When he said just a wrap and a piece of chicken, now.
Didn't that look just plain as hell?
Where is my cheese?
And what did they say? They had coleslaw on the one?
On the spicy one, but you know me, I'm a wimp. I don't do spicy anyways, but.
Yeah, I like some lettuce and some cheese and something.
Yeah. Man, they cut back on everything. Prices going up on everything. And 2 for $5 means you just lucky to get meat.
I wonder if it'd be
Right.
cheaper just to order the tenders.
No, it's cheaper to make it yourself at home. Chicken wrap
that's
and chicken. Look, I can hook it up with all kind of things in there. What? But nevertheless, have you tried it? Let me know what you think, and if not, go on over there and check it out from KFC and let me know what you think. I don't think I'll
I
care
don't
for
think I'm
that.
gonna try it.
But to each his own, right?
That's
Hey,
right.
LP, thank you so much for that interesting one there.
There you
What did
go.
he give it, a 3?
3.5 or something like 3.5.
Last week was a 9.7. I see what I'm saying. Hey, he don't play. He don't play. Keep it real. In fact, there's so much more in store on his YouTube channel, LP Flavor Review. Go there. Oh boy, you're gonna be freaking out on some of the when he take the panties off them bitches. You know what I'm
All
talking
I
about.
know is I wouldn't get those wraps.
Nope. But nevertheless, it is what it is. Thank you, LP, for that. That was pretty good.
Appreciate that.
We're gonna tone things down
Saved us some money.
just a little bit.
Saved us $2.50.
Save me some money straight up. I take that money and go on to the meat store and get
You
some.
heard?
But let's tone it down just a little bit with my next segment. He is fantastic and definitely a superstar.
Bring you back down to earth.
Yeah, let's
or
calm
heaven.
down from that chicken. But born blind and autistic superstar Kayne Petiniot is a man of God, Christian rapper. He is so much more multi-talented. We're honored he is aboard this platform, sharing his gift to the world. Sometimes we get concerts, sometimes we get the word that we need. And let's find out what he's going to do
Yeah,
today.
Kayne's quite the variety pack.
Man of God, man of wonder. Let's check out a segment. God's word to be heard with Kayne.
Hey, God bless you guys. This is Superstar King Petiniot here for another edition of God's Word to be Heard. So today I have a very special gift for you guys. I'm going to be actually singing a song for you guys. And then I've got a little bit of a word that I'm going to give too. This is a new sample of a song that I'm working on. So I pray that this song will bless you along with the word that I'm going to give. Yeah. I'm just a student trying my best to make it through the years. I had to face my fears, but wipe away my tears. It's only by your grace and mercy that I'm still here. They kept on messing with me even though I wasn't sincere. I had no friends, only left a couple classmates. My heart was full of love, but their heart was full of hate. I had to graduate, but deep inside I couldn't wait. I kept on praying every day for God to keep me safe. I knew I had to fight until the day of graduation. I wanted to drop out, but Jesus knew my destination. That's why I did it, just to go and get my education. To thank you, Jesus, because you saw me through my situation. Just a normal kid trying to get to school. I always wanted to be obedient and follow rules. But why are they so cruel? Why they have to act a fool? I never showed off because I didn't care if I was cool. And now I look to tell the truth about my life story. Because everything I do it all for God's glory. I'm looking forward to see what He's got in store for me. Because everything I do it all for God's glory. Amen. So that's the song I've got going for you guys. Now, the word I have for you guys today, we're going to be looking in the book of Genesis, chapter 3. And that talks about, if you guys remember, how Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden. And Satan had said to Eve, did God really tell you that you can't eat of that garden? And Eve said, we can eat of every other tree of the garden, but of the tree of the fruit of good and evil, you shall not eat, neither shall you touch it, or else you'll die. And Satan even said to her, you will not die. For God does know that if you eat of that tree, your eyes will be open and you will be as gods, knowing good and evil. And this basically goes back to a message that I preached on a few last year, actually, which is called Be Careful When You Get What You Want, because later on down the road, you will not want what you get that will come with that package. And Satan is such a wicked deceiver, and Eve ate of that tree. She looked at that tree, and when she saw that it was pleasant to the sight, and then it had good looking fruit on it, she went and ate of that tree, and Adam gave it unto Adam also, and he also ate. And if you really think about this for a minute, okay, they knew that they were naked in the garden and were not ashamed. But then when they ate of the tree, they knew that they were naked, which meaning if you think about this, they knew that they had sinned, and God had came to them and asked where they were, and they just knew that they were wrong. And did you guys know that is why the snake is cursed of every beast? That is why a woman, because in the Bible it says, God shall put enmity between the snake and the woman. That is why that snake is the most feared by women. I'm telling you guys right now, God tells us no for reasons. When God says yes, that's a blessing. But if he tells you no, it's not to be mean. It's actually a blessing to God because he's trying to protect you. God does not want any of us to have sorrow in the end. And when we do things that God tells us not to do, there's always going to be sorrow. It is because of that tree, because of how wicked Satan is, that there was so much sin in this world now. And when they ate of that, before they ate of that tree, they lived in the garden, they had life in them. But when they ate of that tree, there was death. They were still alive, but there was no life inside them. And that is why it's so very important to really, if you want something, I highly encourage you guys to pray about the situation, because God knows what's best for you in the end. We may not, no one in this world knows what is best for each other, but God knows what is right for us and what is best. We know what we think we want, right? But God knows what's best for us. Amen. I love you guys. Thank you so very much for listening. You guys can find me on Facebook, Kayne, Kayne, Petiniot, Petiniot, YouTube under Kayne, Kayne, the Christian rapper, also TikTok, and on Messenger. I love you guys. Thank you so very much for listening, and God bless you.
Kayne.
Superstar Kayne Petiniot. I thank you so much for coming aboard this platform, blessing the world and making my day too. Thank you so much. Go and go to YouTube and subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Kayne, the Christian rapper.
Thank you very much. Kayne, the Christian rapper. Don't forget, get your bloopers in. Hey,
You didn't bloop. I got you before you blooped.
see, he don't want to give up that money.
Nope.
You catch a blooper, message me, get in that monthly drawing to get that cash. That's
No
what I
bloop
say.
today, folks.
Nevertheless, go to YouTube and subscribe to his channel. There's so much more, so much more greatness right there waiting for you to go and pass the word for someone else to subscribe as well. You know, Vonda Vision is such a wonderful queen who speaks her mind, shares her opinion on things, shares stories, things going on in the world that I didn't know, and perhaps you didn't either. She keeps it real, though, so if you can handle it, come on aboard. Come on. And then join in with the big crowd that's been standing all week to check out Happy Black Sheep. But before we do, the president.
Oh, you got a president?
Okay, well, here's mine.
Bah.
That was his.
Bah. Let's see what she's got to say.
Let's find out. Happy Black Sheep right here on the Now You Know Show.
Hello. It's me, Vonda Vision, a.k.a. Happy Black Sheep. How you guys doing? How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Doing what you're supposed to do. Staying out of trouble. Being you, right? Man, look, I had to say something about this. This is just something that needs to be said sometimes. You know how I am. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. My sheeps, be very careful and stay the hell away from these dumbass people. And when I say dumbass people, when they seem like right in here ain't right, it's just something right in here. Look where it's at. It's right in this area, right here. When you see that shit ain't right, back the hell up. Some of these people gonna make you lose your goddamn job and your religion and your freedom. Okay? It doesn't make any damn sense to have people that don't understand or have an understanding about anything. You explain it to them very easy, word for word. You make sure you use your words carefully. You speak professionally and talk to them. And then they go back and act like an asshole. Literally. I'm saying, literally, they act like an asshole. Want to say something to you off the wall or get smart with you like you're stupid, or after they fuck up what you said do in the first place, they blame you because they fucked up. What kind of fucking sense does that make? If I gave you detailed instructions, A, B, C, X, Y, and Z, and this is something that I know, why the fuck would I tell you anything wrong? I don't do it wrong. Why would I tell you wrong? But then you have the audacity to fuck it up and then blame me. It's my motherfucking fault. No, it's your fault. Say calmly. And then you proceed to let them know that you need to do this over and correct your mistake. Excuse me. And then you have somebody that's going to growl. Arrgh! Where I come from, that means you want to do something to me. Yeah? How you so frustrated at me because you fucked up? And then want to try to tell on some goddamn body. Look, let me tell y'all something, sheeps. Y'all be careful, because some of these motherfuckers ain't got enough sense to pour shit out of a boot with the motherfucking instructions on the goddamn bottom, okay? Just being straightforward and being honest, and that's very country. Can I decountrify it for you? Absolutely. That means they dumb than a bitch, okay? Stay the hell away from them, because it's not conducive to your life. It's not conducive, period. You got to stay the fuck away from people like that. Just not disrespectfully. You know what I mean? Because you have your big picture, you have your goal, but at the same time, you need to stay the hell away from them respectfully, professionally, and just goddamn like a grown motherfucker. Just leave that motherfucker the hell alone. Let them stay on their damn path to destruction as long as it doesn't have shit to do with you. Just saying. My happy black sheeps. Be careful out there. Always, always, always check on your damn elders. Go check on them. Make sure that they're okay. Please, please, please check on them. Make sure that whoever's doing their care is taking care of them, okay, properly. Be on the lookout for these dumbasses. They're all around and growing by the goddamn pounds. You hear me? Just take it easy, my happy black sheeps. And again, you know you can always follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Take it easy. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
Yes. Thank you, WandaVision, for coming aboard the platform. Showing up, shedding some light.
She got a point.
Making sense. Oh, she be on point every
People at work to be,
week.
yeah, that's the trouble. Is, you know, a lot of people don't want to accept responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
They like to take the credit, but they don't like accepting responsibility. You know, it's a two-way street, folks.
Yes. Speak it, tell it. That's right. Go on. I see you out there getting your ass in line to see what she gonna bring next week. I'm gonna be in line too because I am honored to have her WandaVision aboard the show. Follow her on Facebook and Instagram and tune in next week for some more greatness from Happy Black Sheep. On this terrific Thursday. Ooh, are you enjoying some of this super greatness? I hope you are. Ooh. because we are not done yet. In fact, we're going to showcase, don't forget, at the end of the show, Oscar, written by Smooth Tim, narrated by Smooth Tim, photos by Queen Silvy, and I was just sitting back enjoying it, and you're going to enjoy it.
A bedtime
as well.
story for your children.
Yes, not for your children. Well, some children can handle it.
Maybe.
It's some adults out here that can't handle Oscar. Come on now.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll find out.
We're going to find out indeed. But before we do, let's continue on with some more greatness from these segments, okie dokie? Because motivational, inspirational, and to keep you on your P's and Q's, motivating you from within is Kennette Rawls and her wonderful segment, Living Life Focused on You. Let's check it out.
Living life focused on you. Living life focused on you. It is my pleasure to be here tonight to speak to you guys from my heart to yours. Living life focused on you and me. This week focus point on February the 16th, 2023, our focus point is cut those chains that's been holding you down. Cut those chains that's been holding you bondage. Whatever is holding you down and keeping you from your own happiness, please cut it off. This week focus point, we can do this together. Whatever it is that's holding you down and restricting you from your happiness, cut those chains off in this turn around season of 2023. Let's do this. The first thing that we need to do is recognize what the chains are. The chains can be something from your past that's holding you, that keep grudges against someone, or it could be something in your life that has got you so sad. But I'm asking you guys to focus on cutting those chains, loosening yourself, forgiving yourself, and forgiving others that has hurt you. Because we don't get nowhere in this life by holding on to grudges. We can cause sickness to ourselves. We can cause anger to ourselves. And I myself have decided to let go of the chains that has been holding me down. The chains that has been holding me bondage, I have decided this week to let it go. I have decided to hold my head up high, to know that I am valuable, that I am perfectly designed, that we are perfectly and uniquely designed, and that everything in this life happens for a reason. Anything in your life, whether it's divorce, whether it's bad breakups, anything that you can think of that's holding you down, please break those chains, cut those chains off, and let it go. Free yourself in this turn around season. Free yourself and let it go. Do not let it destroy you. Let it go. I ask for each and every one that's listening to me tonight to just let it go. Break those chains, cut those chains off, and free yourself this week. You are perfectly designed, and you can make it through this turnaround season by letting go of that past and moving forward. Cut the chains off that's holding you down in this turn around season. I thank you so much, you guys, for taking time to listen to me tonight. living life focused on you. Living life focused on you. We can do this together, and please don't give up. All of our sessions are focused on each other, on you and me, to make each other a better you. We can do this. I thank you so much for listening to me. I look forward to next week. And you can also reach me on Facebook, KENNETTE, Rawls, RAWLS, and my Instagram is Miss K2U224. Thank you so much. You guys remember to cut those chains. We got this. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
That's right.
Queen Kennette Rawls, thank you so much for coming aboard this platform, shedding some light, making a difference, making a good point, teaching, because she is so right. Don't be holding on to all that. All that stuff will make your inner self sick.
Well, you
it ain't
can't-
even worth it.
That's right. You can't change the past.
No.
There's no way to change it.
No,
you
why
can only
dwell
make
on
a
it?
significant difference in your future.
Move on.
So move on. And if you don't like how you were or what you've done, well, make that difference today.
That's right. There's things that you can do, and most definitely everyone that's bringing segments is all done for you. There are so many things that we can do, so many people like these great queens and
Got
kings.
a lot of
that's
resources
here.
available
That's
to you. Help you on through your struggle.
Absolutely. Follow Kennette Rawls on Instagram, Facebook. Do tune in. Get yourself in line also to see what she's bringing to the table next week. And this week, in fact, right now, today, you can get your blue ink pen and your notebook and keep the lessons, keep the motivation going. Michele Boyd brings it to the table too. Empowering, equipping you with the tools, the information that you need to take yourself to another level. Sit back, enjoy, get your homework ready. Oh, okay. So before I get into it, I do want to thank you, for tuning in, watching, listening in to all of this greatness that we have in store for you. What's the matter, Smooth? That we have in store for you. This is all for you, and we're honored to bring this to you. So get your homework ready.
Hey loves, welcome to Empowering Moments with Michi. I'm Michele Boyd, certified life coach, women's empowerment strategist. I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, I'm a survivor of domestic violence, I'm a problem solver. I hope all is well with you. I've always said, get your journals, get your blue ink pens, and write. But you know what? Another thing that you could do is start a gratitude journal. In case you don't know what to journal, you could start a gratitude journal. What you're grateful for. Your home, your job, your family, peace of mind, anything like that. The American Heart Association did a study about people who write in gratitude journals. And what they found is that gratitude journals help people minimize daily frustrations. You know, we're all, dealing with life. We're dealing with kids, with jobs, with family members, things like that. So what it does, a gratitude journal can do is minimize your daily frustrations. It helps distract you from negativity. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, it helps you look at what's right. When I call people, I don't say what's up. I say, hey, what's good? So I can get a good response to them so they can think about something good. But with the gratitude journal, it also can increase your health, gives you better health. It can help lower your blood pressure. It can help decrease your stress. It can help reduce depression and anxiety. It can also give you a better night's sleep, and we all could use a better night's sleep. Gratitude journals also give you, in the study, they found that it gives people more empathy and less aggression. It helps them have better relationships, healthier relationships. It also helps improve your self-esteem. It helps improve your productivity. It also gives you an outlet for better decision making. Sometimes people need to see concrete A, B, and C. With the gratitude journal, it helps them see their progress. It also gives them a map to which decision they want to go. Gratitude journals can also help you be more creative. If you sit there, and it may just take 2 to 5 minutes, just write down one simple thing, what you are grateful for. Lastly, gratitude journals can help you have a happy, healthier life and a longer life. I am Michele Boyd, certified life coach, women's empowerment strategist. My social handle on Instagram is Heaven Sent Life Coaching ATL. You may Google Heaven Sent Life Coaching LLC. I found out there's another one, but she's in another state. Heaven Sent Life Coaching LLC. Or you can listen to my podcast, Let's Talk Healing, on Spotify, Anchor FM, or Amazon. Until then, peace, love, and roll easy.
Yes, indeed. I love you, Michele, because I do have homework too. I always want to better myself and take myself another level. I'm not one of those people that think they know it all. Are you kidding? Please get your gratitude. Get to start with a notebook and put your freaking name on it. If you don't think you have nothing to put on that paper, follow. Get in line and tune in for Empowering Moments with Michi for next week as well. I'm looking forward to it. I feel great already just from the notes that I've taken from her segments, her past segments. And if you have not caught that up, go back and check it out. We're available on the YouTube channel, on any of your archives. All of the segments you can go get caught up with if you're just joining in. It is never too late. They are always here for you. And Michele Boyd, I thank you so much for coming aboard this platform. Sure enough, making a difference. Girl, you my teacher. On this terrific Thursday, the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. Hey, we're not done yet. There's so much more in store. I know you just like, ooh, keep bringing it. I am. Because this next segment, I think is so great that the Catz is renting out their studio for Fanthom Frost and his segment. You know, he is Fanthom Frost, former guest on the Queen Silvy Show also, but he is an electronic dance music composer, instructor extraordinaire, and we are so honored to have him aboard the platform. The name of his segment, well, the Catz wasn't going to happen any other way. Sit back and enjoy Studio Catz right here on Now You Know Show.
So, welcome to Studio Catz, 6th episode. It's going to be a very brief intro. I'm going to give you a demonstration of a piece of gear that I got to give you an idea of what we're going to be touching on in the brief 5 minutes of each time. It's going to be really hard for me to do, but I'm going to do my best to do it. So anyway, check it out. Okay, so I'm going to give you a demonstration of beat making. Now, granted, this is with hardware, so if you're just starting out, you're probably going to be doing it on a tablet or something like this. But it gives you an idea of exactly what you can do. Now, as you can see, each one of these pads here is usually loaded up with sound, or a sample, as they call it. Some of them have ones that run all the way through. Some of them have ones that just clip when they're done. So usually that is a beat, or that is a bass drum. I've preloaded it, and there's also other stuff in here. But in giving you an example, if you're going to be doing, let's say, a beat, a 2-bar beat, trying to find. Nope, that's not it either. Unfortunately, I do not have this loaded with any so you can record that, and there's a way that you can make it so what you just played on this particular device anyway, you can see right here is the actual waveform that you played just a minute ago. Now, if you want to play that, that basically just recorded everything that I played on this when I started playing. And that involved me looking for things. So now, if you have something on here that you copied, or that you made, like this actual beat here, you can change the start and the stop, which is called, what is the term? It's sampling, well, it's adding the start and the stop for the sample. So, if let's say you want to go where you actually started, there's also a way that you can put it in as a sequence. Like I can record this particular sample and have it play back again later on. As you can see, I have other things that are recorded in here too, other sequences. Obviously, it doesn't sound great because it's all mixed together. But you get the idea. Anyway, that's the small demonstration that I have. So we can turn everything off. Anyway, once you get to the end of this course, I'm hoping that at least people will be able to do more of an understanding of making patterns. Like I said, this is an advanced device. You'll probably be starting out from iPads or something like that. I'm going to try to do that on a hardware device, but I also want to try to do it on a iPad to give you an idea.
Yeah, I'm getting hyped.
Looking like fun.
That looked like so much fun. Listen, excuse me. Got a little air bug in my ear.
It'd be how they build layers, and you can just keep putting a layer on top of each other, come up with a drum beat, and pop, 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 then
Sure, keep talking about that while I'm having a drink of my.
That'd be fun, building something like that. That'd be, yeah. So I'll be more interested in, when he further educates us in how that machine works.
Had me dancing in my seat just on those beats alone. I'm like, bring it, keep it on. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to so much more. Hey, I'm learning something new every day, especially on my Thursdays. And Phantom Frost, thank you so much for making a difference and bringing that music to the platform. I have something in my throat.
What seems to be the problem, my queen? You've got a bit of a tickle in the throat. You should take a drink of your cherry. Bye.
I do have a tickle. Give me a little tickle in my throat. I mean, I was over here sweating. I was over here really dancing really hard right there.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
But nevertheless, tune in next week for more with Studio Catz. Yeah, did you see the cat down at the bottom?
I see the cat roaming around on the floor down there.
Time and Phantom Frost let him know it's time to go, brother.
Yep, studio time's up.
But let's keep it going because this is pretty much my favorite one of my favorite sections, and that is the Now You Know Show question of the week. That is where good people, kings and queens all over the world, showcase their answer opinion to the question, which is smooth.
What's one good thing someone did for you that brought a smile to your face?
Aw,
Aw.
you all bring a smile to my face, and I'll leave it at that.
I'll just leave it at the day you entered my life.
Smooth, stop. Tell it. Ah. Nevertheless, let's check out Pamela Anderson, J. Smith from United Kingdom, and Michele Boyd.
Hi, now this is Pam, and I am here to answer the question of the week for Now You Know. Now, what is the one good thing that someone has done for me that brought a smile to my face? What always bring a smile to my face, and it is a good thing, is when my grandchildren call me on the phone or stop by to see me just to tell me, Granny, I love you. Granny, I'm calling to check on you. Oh, Granny, I'm just calling to see how you doing. Yes, that's the one thing that always put a great big smile on my face. Now, this is Pam, and I do thank you for listening to me. And I can be reached on my Facebook support group page. You're Not Alone, Dementia Talk with Pamela. And yes, the one thing that makes me smile and put a great big grin on my face is when my grandchildren call to say, Granny, I love you.
Hi there, Jay Smith here to answer a question of the week for the Queen Silvy Show. This week's question is, what's one good thing someone did that made you smile? Now, I've been thinking about this a lot, and it's hard to name just one thing. But the thing that makes me smile the most is when you just get a random message from a friend just checking in to see if you're okay, seeing how you are. Because at the end of the day, it's the simple things in life that count. And yeah, just someone checking in, seeing if you're okay, how you are, how you're feeling, how you're doing, can make a world of difference and put a big smile on my face or anyone's face. Just a simple hi, how are you? How's your day going? Kindness goes a long way. So yeah, that's my answer to the question of the week, and I hope you're all well, and until next time, guys, take care of yourselves.
Hey, Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim and everyone. I'm Michele. I'm here to answer the question of the week, which is, what is one good thing someone did for you that brought a smile to your face? I am a big chocolate chip cookie lover. I do not care for oatmeal raisin cookies. However, I'm an occupational therapy practitioner, and one of my patients' daughters makes oatmeal raisin cookies, and they are to die for. Oh my gosh, I never thought I would like that kind of cookie. But she took the time out of her schedule to make my own special batch, because she brought a batch over for our team, and unfortunately I wasn't there and I didn't get any. So she went out of her way to make me my own special batch of oatmeal cookies. That's the one good thing someone did for me that made me smile. I am Michele Boyd, certified life coach, women's empowerment strategist. My social handle on Instagram is Heaven Sent Life Coaching, ATL, or you can Google Heaven Sent Life Coaching, LLC. Until next time, bye.
Very well said indeed. Thank you all for participating. Let's find out more on what's one good thing that someone did for you that brought a smile to your face. Let's check out Queen Sylvia Wilson Elgin, Kennette Rawls, Kayne Petiniot, and Fanthom. Let's check out what they have to say.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning into the question of the week. I am Queen Sylvia. The question of the week is, what has someone done that put a smile on your face? Well, just last week, I was honored as a Pioneer Woman of 2023, and that was so humbling and special to me because I never expected to be amongst such great pioneer women, seriously. So I want to shout out to Sharon Ford Turner, Pastor Sharon Ford Turner, for nominating me and honoring me in that award. You can follow me at Sylvia Wilson Elgin on Facebook. You can also follow me at Extraordinary People on YouTube, and you can also follow me at Sylvia in the Community on Facebook business page. Thank you again, Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, for this opportunity. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Hello, hello. This is Kennette Rawls from Virginia. It is my pleasure to answer your question for the week. Your question is, what's one good thing that someone did for you that brought a smile to your face? Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, is one good thing that someone has did that brought a smile to my face. I was at work one day and a person came in and gave me a card that said that they were thankful to have me to be a part of their health care and that I was one of a kind worker. It made me feel so good that day and brought a smile to my face. Thank you so much for allowing me to grace your platform. I can be reached at Facebook, KENNETTE, Rawls, RAWLS, and my Instagram is Miss K2U224. Thank you so much. You guys have a good day and a great week. Thank you.
Hey, God bless you guys. This is Superstar Kayne Petiniot here to answer this week's question. What is something someone can do for you that would put a smile on your face? And to be honest with you guys, it does not take much from me to make me happy. Honestly, you guys, I want you guys to know that right now. For me, because I'll be honest with you, I love to eat. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm blind and autistic, legally blind and autistic, born that way. And so anytime, because one of the biggest things I love is food, so every time I know it's time for a meal and my mom cooks for me, that is what brings a smile to my face. I'll be straight up honest with you guys. The smallest things, I'm telling you, can make me so happy. That's the truth right there. I love you all. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you.
Hey, the question of the week was, what did somebody do to make you smile? And I'm going to have to say my buddy recently went to go get stuff out of storage that he had had in storage for a while. And he sent me a picture of these two books. And I told him all like, hey, I had those books. And he told me it's because of yours and you borrowed them, or I borrowed them from you. And this is back in the 90s, so it's been like 30 years now. And he still got them. And I told him to keep them. But it was just cool that somebody had kept something that they had borrowed from me so long ago and then, did that. So that really made me smile a lot.
Wonderful and so special. That is so nice. I want to thank you, and you for hanging in there watching, listening some of this super greatness, and even sticking around for Oscar, which is coming up in just a few moments. But before I do, I must thank you, Pamela Anderson, and You're Not Alone, Dementia Talk with Pamela. LP, it's LP's Flavor Review. Superstar Kayne Petiniot with God's Word to Be Heard. Vonda Vision with Happy Black Sheep. Kennette Rawls and Living Life.
Focused on you.
On you. Yes, I love that. Smooth sings that all the time, by the way. That's what you call it, a hook.
Oh, it's the hook,
There's
yeah.
a song, yeah.
Living Life, Focused on You.
Michele Boyd and Empowering Moments with Michi, Phantom Frost, and Studio Catz. And everyone that participated this week with the Now You Know Show question of the week, Pamela Anderson, Jay Smith, Michele Boyd, Sylvia Wilson, Elgin, Kennette, Rawls, Kayne Petiniot, and Phantom Frost. You can come aboard and join in those questions as well, or if you want like to have your own segment, because you are someone unique with something to give, some positivity, some knowledge, something. Hey, come on aboard. Hit me up at queensylvy@comic.com. Go to the website, thequeensylvyshow.com, or where you're viewing or listening to this. Hey, leave it in the message comment section, and we'll get that business taken care of, and you can come aboard and make a difference worldwide as well.
Here we go.
So before we get into Oscar Smooth, tell everyone how we can be followed.
Easily followed by simply Googling us. But more importantly, what we really like you to do is go to our YouTube page, The Queen Silvy Show, and subscribe. Then you can watch everything, and you can watch episodes that you may have missed.
That's right. So much more is in store, but you got to go check it out to see. And while you're doing that, be kind and spread the word for someone else. Ah, that was great. Lead us up for Oscar. Oscar is a great... it's interesting because Smooth is great at story writing as well as narrating. And like I say, we do voiceover projects as well. So this was something, a spinoff that we did during that.
Right, during the pandemic when we
Yeah.
were doing the voiceovers. Right, yeah. So basically, it's a story about a lonely old woman. But that's it in a nutshell.
Okay, lonely old woman. Now, see, the whole time he was saying, her and your kids are going to love it. What do the kids got to do with a little lonely old woman?
Well, maybe she finds herself
She
a
don't
little
bake them
friend.
cookies, I can tell you that.
I think it's maybe her little friend Oscar that everybody needs to
I think
get
it's
themselves
Oscar as
into.
well. I think so as well. So
He
find
changes
out.
her life for her.
Yes, he does change her life. He comes into her life and, hey, well, you're going to find out right here. Sit back and enjoy Oscar. And tune in next week for another great super greatness with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim.
So until next week,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye. Oscar. Margaret went about her day as if it were any other day, just as she had since she found her new best friend, her new pet, Oscar. Margaret lives in a small home out in the country about 3 miles or so from the little town of Brewster, Wisconsin. Margaret keeps busy working on her arts and crafts, and she would sell them at the local flea market as a source of income. Margaret had never married and always seemed quite content according to the locals. However, deep in Margaret's heart, she was lonely and longed for love. One evening, while quietly reading by the living room fire, she heard what sounded like a jet passing close to her home, then a large boom or crashing sound. Margaret immediately jumped up and looked outside her home. In a large field behind her home, she saw a reddish glow coming from what appeared to be an impact site. Alarmed that it could be a jet crash, Margaret ran toward the impact site, but as she approached, she stopped in amazement. It wasn't a jet crash. It was a meteor that had crashed in her backyard. Margaret slowly and cautiously approached the meteor. It had a reddish glow and it smelled a lot like sulfur. Margaret thought it would be best to report this to someone as soon as possible. But at that very moment, Margaret saw something move. Something that was crawling out of the meteor. At first, Margaret was ready to run for the hills, but she heard a soft purring sound coming from the creature. It had large, bright eyes, a short, stubby tail, and looked quite like a small teddy bear. The creature seemed to be reaching out to Margaret as if it needed help or reassurance to know that it was safe. Margaret took the small little alien creature back to her home. She fed the creature some warm milk and a few small pieces of bread, and then wrapped it in a small blanket to keep it warm. As she held the creature in her lap and she looked into its big brown eyes, it seemed to smile at her as it softly purred. She had reassured herself that in the morning she'd notify the authorities. Well, things started to change. By this, I mean Margaret was starting to get attached to the small little alien creature. The little teddy bear-like creature seemed to want and need Margaret to hold, cuddle, and love it. Was this what she'd been missing all of her life? Was these type of feelings for someone or something else love? Her heart never felt so warm or fulfilled. Looking down at her newfound companion, she decided she would name him Oscar. Yes, Oscar from outer space, she chuckled to herself. Margaret and Oscar became more than owner and pet. No, Oscar was special. Why, Oscar would actually show emotions. He would smile when he was happy, frown when he was disappointed, and even winked whenever Margaret entered the room. On one particular cold day, the furnace went out, and Margaret had to call one of the local servicemen to come out and check it. Margaret informed the servicemen the broken furnace was in the basement and to be careful as the steps were quite old. Margaret then went about her daily business of making her arts and craft to sell at the market. She stopped dead in her tracks when she heard a horrific scream and crashing sound coming from the basement. She stood at the top of the stairs calling out for the repairman, but there was no response. Panicked, Margaret slowly descended the old stairs. What she saw next shocked her. The entire basement was covered in blood, body parts were strewn everywhere, and in the midst of it all sat Oscar. He turned towards Margaret, winked, and smiled. What the hell had happened here, she thought. How could Oscar have done this to a grown man? Was she dreaming? Oscar ran towards Margaret, jumped into her arms, and began to purr. No way, she thought. No way sweet Oscar could have ever have done this. It had to have been some insane accident. How could she ever explain all of this? Who'd believe her? What would the authorities do with Oscar? Margaret did what any other red-blooded, totally in love woman would do. Well, she decided to cover it all up. Margaret drove the serviceman's truck into the backyard pond. It was deep enough that no one would ever find it, and of course, it appeared Oscar would devour, well, what was remaining of the serviceman. There was some fuss about town concerning the missing man. No one ever suspected or even asked Margaret anything about it. Well, that was until several weeks later. Margaret heard a knock on the front door. It was a young, well-dressed man identifying himself as a police detective, and he was working on a missing persons case. The detective asked if she had heard of the missing man from town, and Margaret acknowledged that she had heard the rumors. The detective asked if the man had ever arrived at her home, as he was on her service schedule. Margaret told the detective that yes, he had done the repairs to the furnace in the basement, and then he left. The detective asked if he could look around the basement to perhaps find a clue as to the man's disappearance. The hair on the back of Margaret's neck stood up. Her thoughts ran wild. Had she cleaned everything up? Would he find out about Oscar? Right this way, she said to the detective, and be careful. The steps are old. Margaret opened the basement door and snapped on the light and directed the detective to the back corner of the basement. Margaret smiled to herself this time, thinking, yes, there's plenty of room in the pond for one more car, and after all, she had neglected to feed Oscar lunch earlier. As Margaret looked in Oscar's beautiful eyes, she thought to herself, isn't love grand?